Hello everyone, I'm Leandra and welcome to my channel. Today's video is vintage styles. We are going to talk about 5 vintage style brands that you will love and must try. I first became interested in vintage styles when I was just a girl. I loved everything from the Victorian era all the way through the 1960s. I thought that those styles were so feminine and so elegant, and they seemed to be made just for those women's body types, which of course they were. So they looked amazing, and that's what I wanted from my clothing. Especially as I hit those difficult teenage years and was trying to figure out how to dress my body and my shape. I was a girl with curves, and that was the time of, you know, the really low-waisted jeans and the crop tops, and people were sort of spilling over at the sides, and I was no exception to that, but it made me hate the way that my body looked, and I thought there must be a better way. So, at that time, my only option was to wear original, authentic vintage clothing, which can be quite pricey, quite difficult to find in your size because, as I mentioned, those clothes were usually tailor-made for the person who wore them. And of course, they can be quite fragile. As time has gone on, the fabric has become a little worn down. So I was thrilled when so many companies started coming out with vintage reproduction styles. And I have been a collector for many years, so I know a thing or two about what's out there. Today we're going to run the gambit from some very inexpensive brands, also known as fast fashion, all the way up to some pricier brands that are made by small companies and designed usually by just a single person or a team of people. So we're going to talk about everything. Just a little note on fast fashion. I know that there are some issues that people have with fast fashion. You know, there's some economic factors, there's some environmental factors, but as with everything out there, there are many facets to this issue. There are many things that you could talk about, and this isn't the place to do it. We're not really going to cover any of those things because it is a multifaceted issue. We're basically just going to talk about some inexpensive clothing because as much as it's wonderful to be able to, you know, support small businesses and all of those things, the fact of the matter is that not everybody can afford the heavy price tag that comes with some of those more environmentally conscious and ethically made brands. So it's a touchy issue, and we're just not going to cover it here. We're going to start with some basic fashions that you can get available from Amazon brands. And the first one we're going to talk about is Belle Poque. Just as a small disclaimer for this video, some of these brands, like Belle Poque, GownTown, I have done collaborations with on my blog in the past, but none of the items I'm using today have been sponsored or are part of a collaboration in any way. These are all things that I've bought with my own money, and I wanted to show to you simply because I love the brands so much. While Belle Poque does have its own website, I first discovered it through Amazon. I know that they do sell dresses, but I was more interested in their separates because unlike some other vintage brands, they do quite a few tops and skirts and sweaters and just a variety of things beyond dresses. So today I'm going to show you 2 tops that I bought from Belle Poque. This is the first one. It has this really cute vintage style sailor tie, the buttons down the front, and it's a bit of a crop top, which means I bought it personally because I thought it would work well with high-waisted skirts. Now this is a polyester fabric, or a synthetic fabric I should say, and it does have some stretch to it. I bought it in a size small because Belle Poque tends to not have a huge range of sizes. They have the basic sort of small through extra large or double X, and I'm not really within that range. So I bought it in a small, and then if I need to I can alter it myself a bit, but I would say that it fits true to size. I think that the main complaint about this particular top was that the crop goes straight down, whereas if you were wanting to wear it with a high-waist skirt, it should really taper in a bit to create that nice silhouette. However, I still think it's a really cute top, and this top, like a lot of things on Belle Poque, the main price range is usually between $22 and $30. So it was within that price range. It's not terribly expensive. I'll just show you quickly how I styled it, and you can see how it makes a wonderful layering top, even if you are not able to wear it with a high-waisted skirt, although I tend to alter mine so that I can. The second top I bought from Belle Poque is a vintage style halter top. So it has the tie straps and the V neckline with some ruching here at the front and down the sides to create this sort of beautiful silhouette and fitted look. It sort of draws attention to the curves of your waist. And then in the back, it just has a little bit of stretch. This I really loved. There is also a zipper down the side, so you don't have to try to wiggle into it. You can just unzip and put it on. I also ordered this in a size small, and it fits like a small. I would say it fits true to size. I styled mine for a vintage style summer photo shoot using some Hawaiian themes. So for the price, Belle Poque is actually a really wonderful brand. It's a very inexpensive and very decent quality brand. The second brand that we are going to talk about today is GownTown Vintage. Now this is another Amazon brand, and as far as I know, they do not yet have a standalone site. The dress that I am going to show you today is a two-piece dress. It's a cocktail dress with a full skirt. I have this dress in several colors because I just love the style. It has this sheer mesh cape, and of course the cape is removable. And then underneath you have this beautiful cocktail dress. And what I really love about GownTown is that they have this fabric is nice and thick, so it's a very good quality. It's not the cheap, thin, flimsy fabric, but it also has this stretch to it. So when you put this dress on, when I put this dress on, I'll say that, I can't speak for everyone, it forms right to my curves, and it just tucks in at the waist and then flares out at the hip and makes this beautiful silhouette. It's a perfect fit. Plus, you also get adjustable straps on both straps in the back, so you can put it where you need it for the most comfortable fit. And this skirt is perfect for wearing with a petticoat, which I frequently do because I love the fullness that it adds to it. However, if you're going for a more modern look, ditch the petticoat, wear it just as a little black dress, and it is perfect. Like Belle Poque, GownTown Vintage dresses typically run in the neighborhood of $20 to $35, which is, I think, an incredible price for the quality that you're getting with these dresses. However, they don't do a lot of separates. They are mostly dresses, which is totally fine with me because I love my dresses. From here, the prices start going up. But I selected each of these brands because they started as small businesses and have grown to be global businesses because of their beautiful designs and their wonderful quality. The first brand we're going to talk about in this category is Collectif. Collectif started as a British brand in 2000 and has grown from there. One of the things that drew me to Collectif was not only the beautiful vintage styles, but the beautiful prints. They have such amazingly unique prints that they put on things, and this dress, which is a pencil dress, is one of my favorites with its circus print. I loved this dress, but I have to admit I was really nervous to wear a pencil dress because I'm sort of a pear shape. So I have a very small upper body and then this sort of very curvy bottom half, and a pencil dress can make my shape seem very unbalanced. I'll say unbalanced. So I was really nervous to wear it, but I did actually love the overall look of the dress. Something I love about Collectif is that the fabric feels like this nice weight cotton. And I say it's a nice weight because it's not incredibly heavy, but it's also not so thin that it's flimsy. This pencil dress has removable straps, which are also adjustable. It's got a zipper down the back and the eye hook at the top so that you don't need help trying to wiggle into your wiggle dress. It has just the right amount of length so that it's knee length, it's not too short, it's not too long. It's really just a perfect vintage style. The other dress I want to show you from Collectif is this dress with the lovely bluebell prints. It's just a very basic dress with a zipper down the back, a fitted top and a full skirt, and these cute little puffy sleeves. So it's not over the top vintage. You're not going to go out and have people like, you know, looking you up and down like, where is she going? Is there a costume party? So this fabric is 97% cotton and 3% elastane, which is probably what gives it a little bit of stretch and a little bit of a breathing room, even if you do want the very fitted silhouette. Cotton is one of those fabrics that it just goes with you. It just goes with you year round. You know, you can make cotton work even in colder temperatures, spring, autumn, summer, maybe not winter. I love a fabric that works with me throughout the year. I don't like it when I have something that's only good for wearing a couple of months in summer or a couple of months in winter. I like pieces that will be useful in my wardrobe year-round, and these pieces definitely are. However, you will pay a little more for that. The prices on Collectif Clothing typically is about $75 to $100 for a dress, and then about $40 for a top or $60 for trousers. However, they do run some wonderful sales, and you can get some really great bargains with Collectif. The next brand we're going to talk about is called Retrospec'd. That's spelled with an apostrophe D in case you're looking for it on the internet. And this is an Australian brand started by two sisters who believe, in their own words, that everyone deserves to have a fabulous dress, no matter their age, size, or which decade they're living in. I love that about this brand because I feel exactly the same way. I think that everyone deserves to have clothing that makes them feel beautiful and amazing, so I fully support the philosophy of this brand. I bought two dresses from Retrospec'd. I did get them from the sale section, so I didn't pay quite as much, but typically dresses from Retrospec'd retail for about $153 US, which right now translates to roughly 175 Australian dollars. Their trousers are around 100 US, and their tops are somewhere in the neighborhood of 45 to 60 US. So it is a bit pricier, but again, you're paying not only for the quality of fabric, but for the fit and for the style, which you can't find just anywhere. So bear that in mind when you look at the prices. I chose this Paris dress. Now a dress like this would be perfect to wear with a petticoat if you want that nice full skirt, or plain if you're just, and I hate to say plain, but you know what I mean when I say plain. If you're just going out for the day, you want something light and comfortable, you can dress it up or you can keep it casual. This dress does it all. This dress is also 97% cotton and 3% elastane, which means it's breathable fabric with the cotton, but it does have some stretch to it, which cotton might not. If it's a poplin fabric, isn't going to have that stretch, and this does. The second dress from Retrospec'd that I'm going to try is this flower market dress. You can see that it has so many colors to work with, and that makes this dress very versatile. There's just almost a limitless way that you could style it because there are so many colors involved. Once again, it's a cotton elastane blend, so it has stretch, and of course, it has pockets. One of the lovely things about this dress is that it is nice and long. When I'm wearing dresses out and about, I don't like a very short skirt because you never know when it's going to be breezy. So a little bit of length can help in that regard. So our last vintage brand for today is probably the top of our price scale, but there's so many great things about it that I want to take a moment and talk about it. This brand is called Bernie Dexter, and it is named after its founder and designer, Bernie Dexter. You know, something that I really admire about Bernie Dexter is that she started her life as wanting to be a model, and when that wasn't working out for her, because of course it was the 80s and it wasn't so easy to get yourself out there as a model, so she became a hairstylist, and from there she got into vintage styles, and then she found her way into modeling as a Bettie Page lookalike, because she does happen to resemble Bettie Page very much. And then she started making her own clothing. I mean, this woman has kind of done it all, and I just admire her so much. So I know that Bernie Dexter is going to be at the top of our price scale today, and I know that for some people that's a huge financial commitment. However, Bernie Dexter says on her website that she's going for quality. She wants to create pieces that will last, and when you have higher quality pieces, they do tend to cost more. So her dresses tend to be in the neighborhood of 175 US. That sounds pricey, I know, but I just happened to catch a sale where everything that was already on sale was an extra 40% off. So I got each of my dresses for $53. That's very reasonable, and these dresses truly are wonderful quality and they will last for a long time. So the first dress is this very cute and simple, let me show you the front, spaghetti strap dress. The bodice is fitted. It's a very nice summer dress, kind of has the scoop in the front. It has this beautiful full skirt. It has pockets. zipper down the back. This is a longer dress, but I do love the style. Even with the longer length, I don't feel like it makes me look shorter or sort of cuts me off there. It's just a gorgeous silhouette. And these are 100% cotton. They fit like a dream. And the prints are some of the big selling points. This one with its little farm print is just so homey and adorable. This dress has this lipstick print, and it's a navy blue. It has sort of the V or the heart-shaped neckline with the same spaghetti straps and the zipper down the back. And of course it has pockets, and it's 100% cotton as well. I would caution you when you're buying from a new company, whether it is a company that is making clothing in the country where you live, or whether it's a company from another country, you have to pay attention to the size chart. When you wear a size 6 in the US, it's not going to translate to a British 6 or an Australian or, you know, an Asian size 6. You have to pay attention to the size chart, take your measurements, write them down, and check them against what's recommended by the shop. So you can't just sort of willy-nilly, oh, I'm a 6 over here, so I'll be a 6 over here. Doesn't work that way. You have to pay attention. And I guarantee that if you will do that, it will be worth it because you'll get the right fit. If you're looking to get into vintage because you have always loved the era, or you're just looking for something that's a little more body positive, shall we say, than some modern styles, which can be a little bulky and not very form-flattering for everybody. Unlike vintage styles, which look wonderful on every body type, every age, they're wonderful for everyone, then I highly recommend that you try out these brands. I know that they are a bit of an investment when it comes to some of the pricier ones, but clothing like this that will last and will look amazing on you is worth the investment. I promise you that. Thanks for joining me for this video. I had so much fun getting all dolled up for it. And I'll have another video about vintage brands on the way soon, but in this video we're going to discuss vintage shoe brands because, as you know, shoes can make or break the outfit. So we're going to talk about great brands for vintage style shoes in my upcoming video. That should be out soon, but in the meantime you can follow me on Instagram, or you can pop over to my blog to see what's going on there, and I'll leave all that information in the last slide. Bye guys, I'll see you soon.